Good morning, guys. So it's already turning into some sort of a routine for me to start chatting to you while I'm walking the dogs in the morning, even though it was hard work last week. But I think it's just because it's quiet out here. And when they're all just like moseying around doing their own thing, I think, oh, this will be easy. Elsa! Clearly, when the camera's on, Elsa! It's not, because Elsa's just tried to run out into the road. Anyway. So I've just got a full-on horsey day today. Got a friend coming up, and my mum's going to be there, and my other friend who already stables the horses at the yard, and we're all just going to like get all the horses out one at a time and kind of help each other out and have a bit of fun for the day. So hopefully I'll take you along on that journey with me, because you know, it'd be nice for you to see some other horses. Obviously I'll have to check with the guys that they're okay for me to put them on, or at least bits of them or whatever, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine for some part of it or even all of it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. No dressage this weekend, just fun with the ponies and friends. So yeah, I'll see you when we get to the yard. Oh, is there just anything not to love about this time of the year? Actually, yes, Helen. The sugar spikes in the grass. No, but seriously, it's just so beautiful. Blossom on the trees, and the birds are all singing. I just love it. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. The dogs love it too, don't you, Hulky? Don't you, Hulky? He says, I love it too. Yes, it does. Silly monkey. And the goose love it too. And the goose love it too. Little monkeys. We are very, very lucky, aren't we, guys? Very lucky indeed, these. Missy says, yes, let's go home for breakfast. Home for breakfast. Right, guys, I just wanted to show you the size of my garden fence. You see that? I had to have the extra bit added to the top when Hulk came along. Yes, Hulk, you. Anyway, he's now learned he can climb up that corner and get his front paws over this fence anyway. So it's going to look like some sort of weird prison by the time I find a way to get him to stay in. Little escape artist. Actually, it's a giant escape artist. So yeah, look, ridiculous. Still not working apparently. Oh guys, I haven't even shown you my new car yet. Ooh, I'll talk to you about this some other time, because it's breakfast time. But there she is. That's Tess, my new car, and we love it. Ooh, seriously fat breakfast. And I don't care.
really nice.
What you got, Hulky? What have you got? There's new toys. New toys. Oh, watch out. New toys.
Okay.
Just your colour.
Okay, leave it. Okay, leave it.
He says, here, have it.
And go again.
Oh, here he goes. He likes to do laps around the garden. Ooh, he's got new toys, is? Oh, he's clever. Oh, he's so clever. He's so silly. Nope, distracted. Squirrel.
I told you, like, flash it around.
He hasn't squeaked it yet though. It's because he's got a really soft mouth. He doesn't really bite things too hard. He will tear it with his front teeth though. But
Hold you right in the middle.
he's going to shred it now.
He's like, I will rip you off. Hulky. Hulk. Hulky. Leave it. Good boy.
Ah, good boy, Hulky.
Wait.
Steady, steady.
Yeah. And go again.
Oh, hit the table. He's squeaking, Hulky.
He's like, look,
He's like, look everybody, I got a new toy. I could film him all day because he's so silly.
Having a go at it.
This is Tess. A little bit more of a close up. She's not unlocked. I'll show you inside her another time. But ooh, we love her. Having a bit of a walky day today, aren't we? Because the weather's okay.
Get to breaking my new shoes.
Oh yeah, breaking in new trainers.
Even though I do break my new gear. But you know.
Not the same. Not
Double
the same.
breaking.
So we forgot something, so we just sent the child back to the house. Run! Run, Forrest! I'm so lazy, you're gonna walk back probably just as quick. She's on her way back now. Run, Dee! Oh, what a hero.
Got those.
Thank you. Right guys, so we've done our morning. Went up to Pets at Home, get some treats for the guys and a new toy for Hulk. Look at him in the back there. And yeah, and then we went up to Country Warehouse to get some Collagen for Otto. I'm going to try him on that. I think he's a little bit ulcery. I'll talk about that in more detail another time. Not awfully bad, but I obviously don't want him to be in any discomfort at all, and certainly don't want it to get worse if that's what's happening. Look at Elsa. Hey, where's your wings? Where's your words you popping in? Anyway, so that's that done. So yeah, we just stopped off at my mum's house to get a syringe for the Collagen, so we can start getting that in him as soon as possible. So I'll keep you updated on how I get on with that. And yeah, and we're heading to the yard, lovely sunny day, to meet the guys and ride the ponies. So I'll see you when we get there. Look at this. This is I'm totally in the camera now, sorry. Gadgets that James has bought for us for it to auto film us. I need these in my life. We've got all these little sensors. There's one over there. I don't think there's any more in that corner, is there? There's another one over there. You can see the green light. And one over there. He's wearing a little wristband watchy thing as well, so it follows her around. How cool is that? Here's Mum doing what she does best. Don't swear. Okay guys, so this is Fudge. So he belongs to a friend of mine. He's warm blood and he's 14. As you can see, he's absolutely beautiful and he knows it. He's Mr. Super Sensitive. And James has just started working on getting the changes with him. Like, so he does change, but they're not clean, so he'll be late behind quite often. So he's kind of working, he's competing at medium now, and they're working towards getting these changes right to start the advanced medium work on him. He's like a different horse every time you ride him near enough though, so you know he's not been too straightforward to train. He is super sensitive, but very, very beautiful. So just a little video of Fudgy doing a little stretchy cool off trot for you so you can see how beautiful he is. He's so loose and swingy now. This is not like an everyday Fudge though, is it? But this is the Fudge we love. Ah, gorgeous boy. Otto to trot like that one. Oh, blessings. Yes, that's Fudgy. Hopefully you'll see a little bit more of him in my vlogs in the future. We'll follow his journey as well. And I think we've got Lexi coming up next. Right, so this is Lexi we've got now. You've met Lexi on one of my leg yield vlogs before. She's my niece's pony, but my mum started doing a little bit of dressage on her, but this is James riding her today. It's the first time James has sat on her, to be fair, so he's just having a play and seeing how he finds her. She is, how old is she, Nan? I think I've said this before. So she's 8. I think I've told you this before, but she's not done a whole lot of dressage, so she's you know, she's competing at prelim, just online stuff. Mum's a bit nervous to go out, but we're just starting to work up towards them more you know, the novice moves and starting a little bit of the leg yield and getting her moving sideways off your leg and stuff. She's really bright, to be fair. She's a good girl. She tries really hard, but she really just doesn't know much. She's a little bit of a blank canvas. But she's super level-headed. And she just, well, just every question you ask her, she just tries to find the answer, and she's very calm about it compared to our warm blood boys.
She's so pretty.
So this is Cami. She is the baby of our group. She's only 5. And she is, oh, she's so cute, look at her. She is quarter Hanoverian, quarter Cobb and half Thoroughbred. So she's a little bit of a Heinz 57, but she's a super cool dude. She's quite, I think, she's Nat's horse. I think she would agree with me when I say she's quite marish. But she's in a nice way. Do you know, she just has an opinion about things that she doesn't even understand yet.
I say to her, I'm not really a fan of that. She's like, well, I'm not really a fan of you.
So yeah, really just working on the basics with her. Nat's done a little bit of online dressage with her at prelim level. And really she's just still working on that at home, do you know, not pushing her and taking her time with her.
I want some right bend now. And she's just saying calm. So I'm going to gently flow over back down a little bit again. And ask her just to wait for me for a second. Set that little brain down.
She's so cool. There she goes. This is her default, this is her latest trick, isn't it? When she's not sure what you want, she's like, well, just canter. It's my favourite thing to do. Ah, and here's our main man, Mr. Otto. So we moved outside for him because, well, one, we were running out of space in the school, and two, it was just so warm. I like it out there. So this is just me warming him up, trying to keep him in a much looser frame when I warm him up now, and I think it's really helping because it stops him just getting tight in his neck and through his back, and it also see, he's got a little bit more cadence in his trot there, hasn't he? So, oh, sorry, you'll have to excuse the camera doing that a little bit. It was the auto follow, and I think we just set it up outside James set it up for me pretty quickly before I rode, and every now and again it had a little wobble and it would lose me in one corner, but not for too long, so you won't miss too much. But anyway, yeah, so we're just I just warm him up now. Can have a little watch through that, and I'll come back and explain the work we did when we get there. Right, so obviously I'm just still giving him a little warm up in the canter. We did quite a lot of canter work yesterday. This is what I wanted to work on, so you'll see us move into doing a little bit of leg yield work just now. Here we go. So I was just taking him down the 3/4 line to start with and making sure I could get a change straight off the track. Just one change. And then I'd give him a little walk and a little pat and tell him he was good. And that was just to make sure he was straight before I started doing the sideways stuff. I don't know if that sounds a little bit backwards, but to me, I can't get him going in a straight line, then the sideways is just going to cause me more trouble, yeah? So we've done a little bit of that. Oh, this was James telling me to leg yield one way and me leg yielding the wrong way. I clearly did not know my right from my left. I was just looking, thinking, what was I doing then? So then, yeah, once I'd done a few changes straight and clean, we just leg yielded him over. Good boy. Then got him straight, then asked for the change. Now, Otto's generally really good to change, but when you mess around with things a little bit like this, do you know, it does get a little bit confusing. And you know, and it messed the changes up a little bit, but I feel like we were just having to take them apart, oh good boy, to put them back together as well. So yeah, that was a little bit the work that we've done here, because this was all working towards thinking about making my canter zigzag better. So the leg yield and, you know, like keeping him a little bit straighter, good boy. Yeah, so this is me messing it up again. James is like, no, I didn't want you to come back in off the track. I'm very easily confused. So what we moved to next was we kept that leg yield over and then straighten him up, and then a little change and straight into the half pass back to the track. So this was like, because that's the positioning you need for the zigzag. Yeah, he needs to be jumping sideways in that change to go straight into the half pass in the new direction. So we just kept the leg yield to start, and the angle's nice and shallow. Yeah, you see he just wasn't right behind there, but this is just because I was changing and messing around with it. Because he's so good to change, I have spent a very long time just letting him change how he changes. And the minute I turn round to him and say, actually, I want to be in control, he's just a bit confused. And he finds it a lot more difficult to go off, you know, when I put him in a certain position, he actually does struggle with the changes. So this is a really good exercise to kind of bring all that to the surface so I can see what I need to work on. So I really, really enjoyed it. So we just did a few more of these. We just leg yield him over and then change and keep going. Yes, make it nice and smooth. Good boy. And then just always tell him how fab he is after, before just repeating the exercise until it felt nice and smooth. And like it just was happening, you know, with a little bit less effort from both of us. To keep straight. Oh, good boy. I was super pleased with him. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we've just changed the rein over. So we just started with the same thing, yeah? So I just rode him nice and straight down the 3/4 line, made sure I could get a change when I asked for it, and that he stayed fairly straight in that change. Good boy, and he's like Mr. Cool about them, isn't he? He's like, yeah, Mum, why are we even bothering? But I just think it's a great place to start, you know, and then we can build up from that. You know, add in the leg yield, see if that then causes a problem, add in the half pass, you know, so you know at which stage things start unravelling then. You know, I seen he was found that change easy. Yes, good boy. And there you can see that he found the little leg yield over and the change. It didn't make his change any worse. You know, it didn't really affect his change at all. So that all felt good. So again, just working on. Good boy. And then we started working into going straight into the half pass. Now for me, this is where things started to unravel a little bit, and I felt like I really struggled to get, although it was only such a shallow angle of the half pass after the change, it felt like something was blocking, and everything went a little bit stilted, seeing it all felt a little bit awkward. He was going, but I could definitely feel the difference this rein than the other rein. So then we started just doing the half pass and then straight and then change, straight and half pass back. And you'll see the same here. If you count the steps that he does, he comes away from the track much quicker than he goes back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see, it's such a struggle for him to get back that way. Everything gets really tight. So we were just, it was really good to see that it unravelled at that point, because he actually half passes that way quite easily normally. So this is where we just started working. So basically I'm much stronger with my left hand and I don't have enough in my right hand with him, because as soon as I touch the right hand he bends to the right. So he's trained me a little bit to not hold on to it. So what happens here, you can see I really hold on to the left rein and he goes all tight down the left hand side of his body, you see, and then the change was non-existent. So that's a training issue that I have, that he's kind of taught me how to do, and now it's causing us both problems. Look, because then when I tried to make him more even in the contact, everything got a little bit unorganised for a minute. But I think the thing that I wanted to show you this, just to show you that, yeah, it does unravel when you change things around a little bit, but I don't think that that's always a bad thing, because you need to see where there's problems in your training, where there's little gaps or little holes or things that could be better. Yeah, see, he just was so tight that he just couldn't jump through in the change. So we just had to keep going with it until I got my hands better, and therefore then he got used to me riding him in a more even contact, and then he caught up with me as well, if that makes sense. Oh, good boy. See, we both get a little bit flustered as well. So little half pass over, straighten him, ask for the change, no problem. And then you see we just get a bit everything gets really wooden, and it's just because I'm so uneven in that contact, because I've been too soft, because he goes, oh no mum, I don't like you holding the right rein. So I go, oh okay son, I won't bother. And these are the problems it creates. So you do have to stick to your guns a little bit with them sometimes and not let them take over. Good boy. You start to come a little bit better there then. I think now we just started working on the half pass on its own, so I really struggled to get him to half pass to the left, but it turned out to be the same thing. I did not have him in my right rein at all, so why I thought that he would do a good half pass, I don't know, because what ends up happening then is he's too bent to the left. The shoulders go on their own, the back end doesn't come with, and it's never going to happen really, is it? But again, that's what we do these things for. Take it all apart and see where the problems are. The cat joined us at this point. As you can see, it doesn't bother Otto at all. Just having a little stroll across the school there. Probably to go and see the guys. That's it. So we just put him in a little bit of a leg heel position to start with, and then ask for the half pass. Again, I didn't make the angle too steep, because I was just trying to ride it more correctly myself. And then, he's not used to me. Look, as you can see, he's not used to me riding it that way either. So he was a little bit like, what? So just consistency, just kept bringing him round. Really concentrated myself on having him down that right rein, which meant he wanted to bend right, so then I had to create the left bend without letting him go on the right, which is what I do all the time. There you go, and then he just keeps a little bit more upright than he normally is in the half pass. Like, I know he needs more sideways and stuff, but I wasn't really focused on that just then. Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah, you can't fix it all in one session. And for me, I just needed to get the feel, and I needed him to get the feeling of me having a little bit more down the right rein and him still being able to move to the left. Yeah, which I know he knows he can do, but he chooses not to. And I choose to let him get away with that. So it's a little bit of a habit, isn't it? So it was just breaking that habit a little bit, just constantly repeating it. There's a good boy. And then you see his back end just stays with us. Whereas, oh, he got a little bit cross here for a bit now. Good pony. Okay, so this here, I'm just riding him round on this rein now again. So he's having a little bit of a fight with me because what I'm doing is I'm keeping hold of my right rein. I'm not giving down it at all, but I'm asking him for the left bend. And he was just like, no, that's not what we do. So it ended up that I had to kind of lift my left hand up a little bit every now and again and really be really persuasive with the bend, because he was just not offering it for free. Yeah, you can still see coming back that way. It's me shaking my head like, oh my God, why can't I just ride him even in the contact? As soon as I put these half passes and the change back in, I was like, no, I can't ride the half pass again. Like I just revert to form as better. Good boy. Does he get the change as well? Yeah, good boy. He's so quick to learn that I'm very, very lucky, because it means I can make mistakes, and then when I figure out I've made them and I change it, it just takes a little, 3 or 4 times, and he's kind of goes, oh, okay, you're riding me this way now. You see me just saying, no, I need that left bend, Otto, there we go. Still not perfect, but better, yeah? Because I just kept hold of that right rein, got the left bend, so then he stayed more upright through his body in the change instead of like throwing himself over to one side like he quite frequently does. Because I haven't got him in one side, that's not his fault at all. It's just, oh, good pony. Yeah, and again, we just repeated the exercise until it was, it started to become a little more natural to the both of us. Well, natural's probably a little bit too ambitious for now. It won't be natural for a little while yet, but until I felt like I knew how to... I still just jumped together a little bit behind there. But until I felt like I knew how to fix it when it was going wrong. Good pony. We gave him loads and loads of breaks because we were really, really challenging his brain by riding him in a different way. So again, just I can't get any words out. Reiterating the same thing to him as we go round on this rein. So just keeping hold of that right rein, but saying I want left bend. And when he didn't give it to me, I put on a little bit more pressure. Say, come on, Otto, I'm not going to give you the right hand now. We are just going to. There we go. And then he starts coming sideways a little bit more. Oh, and then he loses concentration and starts wandering. Or maybe I lost concentration too. Too busy looking at something going past, no doubt. What stride behind the aid there. I think I'm just gone back to just working on trying to get a slightly steeper angle on this half pass now. Now he felt a little bit better in the connection. So, you always wait for that. I wouldn't have done it if he hadn't have come better in the connection. It was just because, he felt good. Look, I still just let him go. We'll get there eventually, won't we? Oh, sorry about the camera. It is brilliant, that camera, though. So nice to be able to not have to ask somebody, some poor person, to stand there and film the whole time. Oh, likes to go for a wander. Here it comes. Good boy. That's it. So he does stay more upright in the neck, and the back end is definitely coming more. And sometimes it was even nearly leading, you see, like there, which he never ever does on this rein. So, I know it's not perfect. I don't want his quarters leading either, obviously. but much better than them trailing behind. You know, like it's a big step in the right direction, because then I can just find something more middle of the road then. Good boy, good boy. I think I'm just lazy at the end of them. Just kind of let him drift. Like, oh, that'll do. We're nearly there. That's where I need to be more disciplined, isn't it? Yeah, you see, his quarters want to lead there. Oh, bless him. He really does try. And sometimes I think he thinks, oh, Mum, I haven't got a clue what you're going on about, really. A little late behind in the change there. There's a good boy. And there's just a little bit more freedom. Oh, when he's not fighting me, there's a little bit more freedom there than in the sideways movement. Oh, the camera's just showing you the view a little bit. Okay, so we were just doing the half pass over and then riding him straight and then putting a change at the end, just to really straighten him after the half pass, because obviously they lose the straightness in the half pass a little bit. I lose it in my connection, so again it was just to make it a little bit easier for him to understand. Take a little bit more time rather than just being like, oh, I'm a bit wonky after the half pass, but never mind, I'll just throw a change in anyway. Good boy. So I just waited until I felt I got him back even, which took quite a long time to start with. But the more I did of it, the quicker it came. Yeah. So I wouldn't worry about that in your training. I'm trying to get him to bend to the left. Well, there's a better change then. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. You know, like, you don't, just because in the test it goes half pass, change half pass, you know, don't feel like you have to ride it like that. Like, really don't ride it like that every time you're training it. You need to make sure, break it down. Yeah, so then once we were all done, I gave him a bath because it was so gorgeous and he'd gotten himself quite warm doing that work. So we gave him a bath off and then put them to bed and went home. It was a fab day. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Let me know if you like the different ponies, if you want to know any more about any of them, or anything more about what I was doing, you know, like with my session with Otto. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much indeed. You take care of yourselves and I will see you again soon.